My name is Elliot. I'm a combat veteran from Operation Iraqi Freedom. I served in the U.S. Army from 2004 to 2007. During my tour, I was run over by a tank, which resulted in the loss of the lower part of my right leg. When I came back to the States, I was in the Army hospital for quite some time at Walter Reed, where there I experienced all my friends coming back and different types of injuries and whatnot. And I started to use the painkillers that they were giving me a little too much. So when I was retired out of the Army, I continued to use these painkillers and continued to drink alcohol with these painkillers. I came back to my family sort of a different person. I remember being told once or twice that I didn't seem like the same person that left. And I now believe that that was true. I was changed by my experiences. In 2009, I came to an abrupt halt with the substance use. I was forced to go into treatment where I got clean, and I stayed clean from 2009 to 2016. And during that time, I learned a lot about addiction recovery and PTSD recovery. But there were some things that were missing. In 2016, my mother was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And I came up to a wall where I wasn't ready to step into the emotions that I was going to have to feel to watch her suffer to death. And so I decided to use again. And my idea was that I was going to use for just one day and then come back and start over. But 6 years later, I'm in trouble with the court. And the court saw fit to give me a chance to come to a treatment center. And they reached out to Heroes Mile. I'm lucky to have a judge who's a retired JAG officer. He reached out to Heroes Mile, and I was apprehensive at first of coming to treatment. When I got here, out of the couple of treatment centers I've been in my life, I walked in the door and felt immediately comfortable. I just felt this sense that I didn't have to explain who I was, where I'd been, what I'd done. I could just be who I was and focus on my recovery more than spending time learning personalities and different peoples from different walks of life. There's a cohesiveness about Heroes Mile that I never found anywhere else in treatment centers. When I first got here, I was still kind of rebellious about it. But after a few days, I started to step into all the meetings and all the groups. I got to know some of the guys. They all reached their hands out to me and kind of put their hands under my arms and picked me up. And much like it was in the military, we take care of each other here. It's, the motto is for veterans, by veterans. And I have not found anything else like that in my lifetime. Why I think Heroes Mile is different from other recovery centers is because it is mostly staffed by veterans and other recovering addicts. So in that aspect, I don't have to explain to the people who are in admin where I came from or what I did. Most of the people that work here are in recovery, so they've been down the road in front of us and can turn around and lead us towards the same path that they've walked that has been successful for them. I don't have to explain myself to someone who simply read a book about something and wants to apply sort of a cookie cutter response to me. I'm talking to someone who's actually listening because they've actually been there. That's also something that's different about this place. During my addiction and during my relapse, I pushed my family away. My mother was sick with cancer, and instead of being there as a son and a brother, I was actually absent. That created a lot of tension and distance between me and my family members once again. Now that I've gotten clean and I'm in treatment, I'm lucky enough to have a family that has educated themselves on what addiction is, that I'm not a bad person, that I'm just sick in a way. And so they're in total support of me right now. And I have the opportunity to mend those relationships and to bring my family closer to me once again. It will take time and it will take work, but Heroes Mile has definitely put me in a place where I feel confident in making those steps forward again. And I feel confident that they'll be able to rely on me in time. If you're watching this video, then you're probably looking for a way out of the life that you possibly created for yourself. I strongly suggest that you reach out to Heroes Mile. It has done wonders for me, and it can do the same for you. When you come here, you will feel immediately at home. You will feel like you're among brothers, because that's what we are. We're a unit. We reach down and we pick each other up and we carry on.